If you watched my last video, you saw that we suffered a major setback, which is that my pull-up bar fell out of the doorway and I went crashing down the stairs, and it was not a good situation at all. I'm not too bad today. Today is a rehab, or what can I say? I call it a basics day. So just the basic kind of, stretching of my shoulders, stretching of the wrist, nothing too crazy. But now I'm injured. So not bad, but my hand got a little bit messed up here. So I have, it's like nerve tingling or something in my forearm. I also hit my forearm here. So I don't know, it's kind of sore to grip things. And so hand, forearm, both shoulder blades hit the railing just over there. So my shoulders hurt. My tailbone hit the stairs, so my tailbone hurts. My left toe kicked the friggin' wall, so my left toe hurts. What else hurts? Oh, yeah, the back of my head hit the railing. So I don't know. I guess I don't need stitches, but it was bleeding. I'll probably throw up a video. I tried to film the back of my head. And then when I lay down in my bed, just because I felt like a truck ran over me. So I lay down on my bed. When I got up, there was blood on the sheets, and I was like, what the F? So anyways, a lot of damage. I marked up my wall, so I'm gonna have to fix the wall. So anyway, a lot of stupid shit happened yesterday. That pull-up bar is actually supposed to hold, according to Amazon, 150 kilos. So, anyways, maybe the way how I was using it was not ideal. I was doing a bit of swinging on it. I was going back and forth, one arm hangs, and I was doing a bunch of shit on it that maybe I shouldn't have done. And anyway, that was a lesson learned. So I don't think I'm going to be back to normal for probably a week or something like that. So we're still going to do some workout today. I don't know what it's going to be. It's totally by feel. So we're going to start that right now. So let's get into it. Also, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to retape my dip bars. So I went on Amazon and I got this, I guess it's tennis racket tape or something like that. Anyway, it's a wet super grip or something like that, and it's tacky feel, so it's super grippy. I love this stuff. I had the other ones for, I don't know, about 3, maybe 2 years actually, about 2 years. But if you saw my older videos, they were starting to wear out and it was falling all over the floor. Little pieces of it were falling all over the floor. So we got some new stuff. So I'm probably going to do that tonight after the workout. So what I was doing right there is a little bit of a bounce, which I learned from this Japanese YouTuber, fitness guy. He basically said there's 3 levels to doing side raises. Level 1 is your typical straight up and down like that. Level 1. Level 2 is actually, pulsing. But pulsing a little bit, well, I'm not doing a very good job of it, but you should be like flicking your arms a little bit, like flick, flick. Actually, maybe he bends the elbow like this. So he flicks the elbow. That's level 2. And then he says level 3 is you throw in like a body sort of drop. Like this. And you're basically throwing the weight down and catching it. And so, he kind of says it can look kind of funny. Ooh. But do that a few times. Do that a few times and you'll feel it in the shoulders. Probably don't do it in the gym because you'll look like a stupid freak, but at home, I've got 1 kilos right there. But again, I've got bad shoulders, and after yesterday, my shoulders are still a bit sore. So I'm not gonna go heavier than that. I think I have 3 kilos here, and I've done it with 3 kilos. But if you've got shoulder issues, I mean, it's like a plyometric for your shoulder. Pretty effective. Give it a shot. Let's do another set of that. We'll do his name. I think his name is Azami. So everybody calls him like the Azami method lateral raises. So again, raise them up, and then you're flicking down like that. Then you throw in like a body drop. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh. He doesn't only do that type of thing with shoulders. I forget what other body parts he does it with. What might have been biceps or something like that, but basically, if I remember correctly, I mean, you just drop down and then it's like plyometrics. So he's not obviously doing full range of motion, but he says, the burn that you feel in the muscles is insane. He's a bodybuilder, so it's nothing to do with function. It's just a matter of, getting a pump into the shoulders or getting a pump into the muscle and building size. That's his main thing. Let's actually go a little heavier. Okay, let's do 2 kilos. See how this feels. Like I said yesterday, it was a friggin' disaster. Fell down the friggin' stairs. So that feels not too bad. I mean, in the shoulder it feels not too bad. In the forearm, right there. I don't know if it's a bruise, but it's tenderness. And I kind of feel like this weird tingling that goes down from the forearm into my fingers. So, because I think, I whacked it on the railing. Anyway, it's bothering me a little bit. But whatever, it's the day after an injury. It's probably going to take at least a week to heal completely. So let's do some more Azami method shoulder. But this time he actually does it with a press, shoulder press. So again, he's always advocating lightweight. I'll start with the lighter weight just because I haven't done it in a long while. But it's the same thing. So he says level 1 shoulder press. Level 2 shoulder press is just like this, like pulsing, but it's like very snappy, like bam, 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 bam. And then level 3 is throwing in the body drop. Oh, and I forgot. He says that when you do this, I think you're actually supposed to be angling the dumbbells out like this, as opposed to going straight up and down. Like I think they're more out, if I'm not wrong. I forget how the hands are supposed to be. Maybe just neutral. I can't remember. Let's try again. Well, I don't know. That certainly feels a little bit achy for me, I guess is the right word. Like something's achy. A little bit, I don't know. I wouldn't, not painful maybe, but tight maybe. Just after you fall, like what I did yesterday, I think the body is just reacting by tightening on my muscles. So today I feel like, you know, I was hit by a train or something. Like I just feel tight all over. So that's why today is going to be, you know, a lot of stretching. I'll probably eat dinner and then do a lot of stretching after dinner. Starting my workout a little bit later today because, you know, I started work a bit earlier, but I finished earlier, so my workout is later instead of before work. Let's do another one. We'll go up and wait for the second set. Let's see how this feels. I feel so funny doing this. But try it, see if you like it. I mean, you might think it's stupid, you might hate it. Try it at least, you know, before you knock it. Whew, okay. Whew. Whew. Also, just a FYI, I'm trying to eat a little more calories. So normally, I mean, I try to be very careful about not going crazy and like bulking too much. I'm not really cutting and I'm not really bulking. I do want to build muscle, so I don't want to be cutting too low. But I also realize that calisthenics is different than bodybuilding, and that body weight, you know, like mountain climbing or rock climbing, like body weight, you know, can affect how well you do skills. So I've been trying to, you know, at least maintain my weight and not try to gain too much. But since my injury or since the accident, I feel like, okay, let's just up the calories. Let's more protein, more carbs, just eat more. And hopefully we can recover quicker. Then after I recover, I can think about dieting back down. But I'm not gonna diet while I'm injured. It's stupid. I think it's really stupid. So I'm gonna be eating a lot more for the next week. So I had a big lunch. We'll see if I'm... Anyway, that's what the abs look like. That's what the shoulders look like. Not sure if they have a pump or not. Maybe a little bit. And then the back with the stupid marks. You could probably see them. So I hit my shoulder blades on the stupid railing. Okay, let's do one more set of the shoulder thing. When I was doing it during the second set, I think something fell over under my bed, like clunk. Freaked me out. Whew. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Let's just do a bit more of these. I don't really think there's too much of a shoulder pump. Maybe you know what I mean? Like a little bit of redness in the rear delt. Looks like there's blood flow to the area anyway. All right, So because today is just kind of like a rehab day, I figured I would do some band work. So I got the door attachment on here, and I don't know, we're just gonna do some pulling and just anyway, warm up the shoulders. I guess the good thing is I feel that in my rear delt big time. So anyway, that's a good thing. I don't feel anything in the mid back or the rhomboids. I mean, I'm not squeezing rhomboids really hard. So this seems like it's all rear delt. I mean, even when I'm doing the straight arm, unfortunately the band is pretty tight. It's like it sort of stops me here. You know, I'm worried if I pull harder I might break my stupid door. It's kind of a cheap door. Let's do another set. Man, rear delts are on fire. Whoever said that bands don't build muscle obviously has never used bands. Because these, I would even say, for some exercises, are way better than cables. Cables are consistent tension or constant tension. These get harder as you pull, so it's variable. I don't know, maybe some people want more weight at the extended position, but anyway, having more weight at the contracted position is also fantastic. I mean, I'm really feeling it with these simple pulls I'm doing. One more set. That was a good little superset. I recommend that one big time. That was very good. Oh, okay. Next part of my warm-up. Let's go there. Okay, let's do some just basic wrist work with a dumbbell, very light. Again, I have bad wrists and my forearm is bothering me, so this is again nothing crazy. So we'll start with some wrist curls. Overall, not too bad. I felt a strong pinch in the first set on my right wrist, but it went away after the first rep, so that's good. But yeah, something just went, attacked my nerve. Okay, let's continue with the wrist action. I'm gonna get my weights, kind of like finger curls with this. I don't know if that's a good exercise or not, but it doesn't hurt. So that was pretty light. Let's actually try it seated like this. Right away, that sort of hurts. So I think I might, instead of doing curls, just use this as a stretch. I feel it right in that bruised area. Not a bad stretch, but it's not as intense as the stretch I normally do, like the front rack sort of style. Let's see how it feels on the left. Yeah, I mean, it feels fine. This is not a painful stretch at all. Like, you can see the angle of my wrist is not even close to 90. I mean, it's still a stretch though. I still feel that. What I might do is take some of the weight off. Let's do that. Ooh, still painful. But I might be able to do some finger lift. Yeah, that feels all right. Oh, can do the arm wrestling move, which is pronation. Maybe I'll do that after. Let's stick with the finger curls for now. Okay, let's see how pronation feels. Let's up the weight. That's a bit challenging for me right now. I mean, I can do it, but you can see, like, it's a bit tough. That's only 8 kilos, so it's not a lot of weight. But it doesn't really hurt, and it's challenging. So let's do another set. Oh, left. Ooh. That's my bad wrist. I mean, they're both bad. Okay. I need a longer break. Do our last set. I decided to take a dinner break now, and we'll get back to training after dinner. But today's dinner is 1 cup of white rice. We got some Japanese pumpkin on the top, chicken breast, some Japanese mushrooms and Japanese seaweed, and just flavored with a bit of salt and that smoky fish sauce that I always use. So pretty simple. Oh, there's some chickpeas in there too, which I had lying around the house. Added those in too. But yeah, looks pretty good. I'm gonna eat that, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're gonna retape the dip bars today using this. It's like super tacky tennis racket handle tape, and it comes in rolls of 3. And I forget how I did it the first time, but I think I'm gonna separate them. So there's the first piece, and there's a coating on it, so I gotta take the coating off. That's just to protect it from sticking to each other. So that has to come off. Super clingy. Okay. So once you take that off, there's no adhesive on it except for right at the tip. There's a little bit of an adhesive that helps you get things started. And sorry, just checking my monitor here. I'm not sure. I don't have enough to do all the way around the edges, which is what I used to have. But I think I'm gonna start it like right in the middle of the bend here. Let's do that. And I'm gonna pull it fairly snug so that I can get a little more distance out of it. I'm more worried about not having enough to cover the whole dip bar. So it's always hard to get started. Here we have the finished product. Not bad. All right, let's see how the wrist feels with this amount of weight. Yeah, this feels okay. In this spot on my hand. So that's where I whacked it. Yeah, we're doing okay right now. Gaining flexibility is a long road with no apparent end in sight. Like, I'm never gonna get a handstand if I don't fix these. Ooh. So yesterday my handstands were super painful. Actually, more on the thumb side than the finger side. But anyways, I'm just getting the wrists used to being stretched, having weight on them. I'm hoping that this will help build strength. I don't know if it will. Feels like it would. If you have any good suggestions, please let me know. I'm dying to gain flexibility and strength in my wrists, so any advice would be awesome. So left side obviously is a bit worse for flexibility. It also hurts like hell. Oh man. Ouchie, ouchie. Oh. Oh. Maybe I should do that. Oh. Oh. Man, left side hurts. Oof. Okay. Oof. Man, ouch. Okay, let's do another set. I don't know where is better. Maybe about there feels good. In this spot, it feels all right. Oh, well, it's starting to hurt. Oof. Okay. I actually want to try just pushing on the wall. Okay. Like this. Oh. It hurts my right arm from yesterday's accident. But this type of gentle pressure might be better than the floor today. We might go down to the floor, but let's start with this. I feel like this is a good regression for the handstand for anybody who has wrist issues, especially. I mean, I sort of feel like what I would be in a handstand. You know, locked out elbows, hands flat, head between the elbows. One of the easiest regressions, I think. And then to make it more difficult, obviously, is to bring the hands down the wall a little bit, so increasing the wrist angle. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ouch. Wrists are getting sore. Forearms are getting sore, actually. Oh. Okay, let's take a break. Oh my God. Oh. Hand looks a bit less swollen. There, in the light. Not too bad. Not too bad. And the tingling is basically gone. So that's good. Oh. But the wrists, you can see like those stress lines, which I get. I get these soreness lines. Whew. Okay, let's do a little more like this. Okay. Good news is I don't have unusual pain. I just have my regular tightness pain. So that's a good thing. But this wall is unfortunately where I might have to stay for a while. You know, it's humbling. You know, I can do push-ups, I can do dips, I can do weighted push-ups, I can do weighted dips, but I'm doing wall push-ups. But I mean, this is not a chest and tricep focus. This is all just for wrist pressure. So it's the weak link in the chain. So I've got to strengthen the wrists, and this seems to be working. So let's do a little more like this. I don't know. I kind of want to stop doing it. I'm getting tired. I don't know. I want to make progress too, though. So, I don't know. I definitely have to devote more time and energy into my weaknesses. So maybe I should just keep doing more sets. Maybe I'll do one more and then I'll move down to the floor. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Oh, they're sore. Okay. Let's move down to the floor. This is just a little before bed snack. So we have some zero fat yogurt, cinnamon, walnuts, and that's all I'm going to put in.